Do you think it's a good deal? Like, talk to me about your thought process on like the way that he's moving, because Roc Nation gave him a terrible deal before and left a bad taste in his mouth.
Here's my thoughts, right? A couple things. So I think one thing is, shout out to LaRussell, I love him, but Nipsey did the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Nipsey understood this as well. He was like, bro, this is like dope money. We can get 10X.
I don't hear him on radio. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's been on radio.
Well, he's going on radio. That's part of the machine.
Could you list or name some of the things that you see plugging into this machine, where he is now versus where he's going now, being locked in?
A lot of times people talk about other people's money, OPM, right? Something that's even more valuable or just as valuable is OPA.
Yo, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of the Strategic Scale Show, where we are breaking down businesses, the bottlenecks, and how to scale your business, but more importantly, how to scale the CEO behind the business, and the pitfalls, the bottlenecks, the different things that like really go into thriving in your businesses, but actually having a thriving life outside of the business as well. So join with me today is my guy, my brother from another, Mr. Marquil Russell. What's going on?
What's good, bro?
How you feeling?
Feeling amazing, bro. Feeling amazing.
So one of the things that came to mind is like, you know, LaRussell was just in town, and my boy went to go see it. We were supposed to go see it, but we're catching somewhere else. We're catching somewhere else. And he said it was a phenomenal experience. And I know that you like to go ahead and do these breakdowns on artists and deals and everything like that. And because I'm not afraid to admit that I'm a fan, not of just the music, but the way that he moves the culture forward, the way that he's actually moving in business as well. So one of the things for me, I wanted to kind of get your perspective on, like, as I was watching Breakfast Club, of how he's breaking down this Roc Nation deal and different things like that, and even like doing the name your own price tool as far as the pre-sale that he's doing for his album. So he got big goals for that, but even in entrepreneurship, which is the way he's moving, do you think it's a good deal? Like, talk to me about your thought process on like the way that he's moving, because if we give a little bit of a history lesson, Roc Nation gave him a terrible deal before and left a bad taste in his mouth. So the relationship and like going back around and working with Roc Nation again, or even the pursuit of, like, is it a good idea? Is it a bad one? Right. Is it, you know, because he got motion for himself right now.
For sure.
What I'm saying? What's your thoughts on that?
So here's my thoughts, right? So I'm a fan of LaRussell as well. I've been checking out LaRussell since, I think, before he had 100,000 followers on Instagram, right? So it's been a minute. I think he had like, when I looked the other day, he was like 2.2 million or something like that. So I remember early on, right? So a couple things. So I think one thing is just his marketing. He's built so much leverage like over the years, right? So I think this is important where, and I don't know the deal that Roc Nation gave him the first time, or we don't know the one he gave him now.
Right.
But I think one thing I think is super important to acknowledge, if we look back at when was it when he got the first deal, right? And where was he? And then where he is now, and like how much leverage he's built. And I think for other entrepreneurs who was watching, is like, as your equity goes up, based on what you've built, the deals and the opportunities change as well. For sure. You know what I'm saying? Because like then it was like, okay, this is an up-and-coming artist. We're going to figure him out. We'll put a little money in and kind of see how it plays out. But it's like, now he's proven like, I'm an executive. Right. I got a brand. I own media. I got 2 million people. I can sell all these records independently. I can do this own thing. I never have to do a deal ever. Right. So I got more leverage. Right. So my background is in music.
Yeah,
a lot of times people don't know that.
Yeah.
Is I actually started, when we first started, we used to when we used to do mixtapes, we used to go get CDs printed. I used to have a plug where we can go get CDs printed for 40 cents, like on the spindle. Remember how we get the CDs on the spindle? And then we'll go buy a cake. We'll take the CDs, and then we'll go get some cases. And my guy Haygood, shout out to Haygood, we used to get 5,000 mixtape covers printed. I still got some versions I could show you. We get 5,000 of those printed for like a couple hundred, and then we get the CD cases. And now with CD, with case, everything, we probably spending $2 with everything, maybe. Right. And then we selling them for $10. So it's like, if you sell 10,000 of those for $10, you make $100,000 as an independent artist. Right. what do you? And I've been preaching this since then. It's like how many albums you got to sell as an artist with a label to make 100,000? Mm-hmm. A lot,
right?
Or you can sell 100,000 independent CDs for $10. 100,000 times 10 is what? It's $1 million, right?
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? Yep. Just on 100,000 albums.
Yeah.
So,
first off, before you go there, I don't think anybody's doing that math.
No.
And betting on themselves like he did in order to do so.
Because a lot of people just want to be famous.
Right.
And a lot of people who are more famous than LaRussell don't have as much equity or make as much money as LaRussell because people get swayed. Because like sometimes people don't understand, it's like part of the music game is like when you go in, let's say for example, somebody's like, hey, I signed with such and such and they gave me $300,000 up front.
Right.
Well, $300,000 up front, my math was right.
Yep, it was right. I was like, yeah.
So $300,000 up front, this label gave me. Mm-hmm. That's all what was considered recoupable funds. Mm-hmm. So basically meaning you don't get a check, you don't get paid anything else until all that money is recouped.
Yeah.
So when we go out and we buy you weed for the studio, when we pay for studio time, that car we bought you as a label, the jewelry bought you as a label, the girls, the flights, all that, they're literally keeping a tab of all the money we're spending on you because you're an investment. It's like, it's almost like an investment property. So if you do real estate, if you buy an investment property, everything you invest into this investment property, you keep tabs on it and you can write it off as a tax deduction because we're investing into this asset.
Makes sense.
It's the same thing at a record label. It's like we take a record label and then all the money we're investing into this artist, whether it works out or not, that's why a lot of artists get shelved. Okay. They never even get put out. Because some of these big labels, like for example, like if you look at Grand Hustle with T.I., or if you look at some of these other, imprints that get a deal with a major, like a distribution company like Universal or something, part of their deal is you got to sign X amount of artists. So if Kev is an independent artist, you got to go sign to Kev, you got to go sign to Marco, you got to go sign to LaRussell, you got to go sign, and you got these 10 artists, but you only ever put out one. But because you signed these other artists and you put some other money into them, you fulfill this part of your deal.
Got you.
Regardless if you ever put them out or not.
Right.
So that's why you hear so many artists, they get signed and they get shelved.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So LaRussell understand all this. So LaRussell is like, all right, I got my own machine. I understand the business side. And again, LaRussell, shout out to LaRussell, I love him, but Nipsey did the same exact thing. Yeah. Nipsey understood this as well. He was like, I got my own machine. We can print our own CDs. We can push our own CDs out. And Nipsey was like, bro, this is like dope money. He was like, we can go print our own CDs. And we can get 10X for every CD we sell. He was like, we can't make that much money selling dope. Right. We don't get that much money on the flip, and it's legit. So he was like, we get this, we run this up, boom, boom, boom. Hey, real quick, I know we're going deep right now. However, if you're watching this and you're a business owner, you want to take your business to the next level, you want to scale your business and have a business that can run without you, without running you in the ground, and you want to generate more leads, more clients, or you want to put the systems in place so your business can run like a well-oiled machine, make sure you check in the description section of this video. We got a ton of free resources for you. Go ahead and get those right now. Stop right now. Go ahead and get those resources, and let's get right back into the show. So LaRussell was like, all right, we come out, let's build media. I remember when Charlamagne mentioned him for the very first time, and that's when I went and checked him out. And like, he was like putting in the work. He was creating the content. A lot of times people they miss how much content bro was posting. For sure. He was really producing. He was dropping a whole album. I want to say one month I think he had dropped like multiple albums in 1 month. Because he was in there cooking up. Right. To the point where he started doing concerts in his backyard. At the crib. At his crib. Yeah. And people was coming from all over to it. So he was almost doing like his version of Coachella in his backyard. All in-house. Right. So it's like before that, you're gonna get a certain deal. Right? After you've built this, bro, you're doing your own tours, you're doing your own thing, then you're gonna get a separate type of deal. Right. You know what I'm saying? But you built them, you got a machine, you got your videographers, and one other brilliant thing he was doing was that he was actually teaching the game. Him and his partner, I think her name is TT, or something like that. They were doing content on his Instagram, teaching independent artists
Oh no.
This you know peeped none of that?
I ain't peeped that.
Yeah, he got content on his IG
that.
teaching independent artists.
Yeah.
Here's what to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Create your content, put this out, put your music. Like he's giving out the game.
Right.
So he's building this brand.
Right.
So some of his fans are independent artists. Right? So they rocking with it. So it's like as you build this asset, and I think this is practical for every business owner, whether you're doing music or not. If you're building your brand, you're going to position yourself to get certain deals. So now when you come full circle, some people are mad about the Roc Nation deal. Whereas like, well, first of all, not only does he get partnership with Jay-Z and Roc Nation, he also gets mentorship.
Right.
For somebody who's done what he's looking to do.
Right.
Jay-Z did this with Roc Nation. I mean, not Roc Nation, with Rockefeller.
Yep.
And so he's did this thing pre-internet.
Right.
So now he's like, all right, with what you're doing, bro, if we partner, and now I can leverage an existing machine.
For sure.
Right?
Right.
It's no different. It's no different than if somebody's selling, let's say somebody's selling hair care products, for example, and they sell their hair care products out their trunk.
Right.
Or they're in the malls, you know, catching people coming out of the mall like, I got this hair care products, blah, 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 and they're selling it, and they're doing well with it.
Right.
It's no different than Target, and I won't use Target because of course people going crazy on Target right now. But let's just say an executive at Walmart.
Okay.
Let's use Walmart.
Okay.
Sees you out there selling your hair care products, and they like, hey man, I like what you're doing. I've been checking you out on Instagram. I see the machine you got. Y'all killing it. Y'all selling hundreds of thousands of this product on your own.
Right.
It was like, what if we partner and we distribute you throughout all of our Walmarts in the Southeast region.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, and you still own all your rights. You still own all this. You still own all this. You got, you know, majority of the profits, blah, 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 blah. You're going to be able to handle you're going to be able to use our production. So you can mass produce or produce it or whatever. You're going to be able to do this, you do this, it is, all stuff you want to be able to do. But you still get to do it your way, same quality, same thing. And the numbers make sense.
Yeah.
Like, would you not do that?
I definitely do it. I definitely do. I think one of the things that I'm noticing with business owners and entrepreneurs is like, you talked about, one was the posting or the producing of the content.
Yeah.
And actually building your brand.
You built your brand.
Marketing. And I think that there's a scarcity around, well, there's other people that are doing it. And it's like, well, if I give them all of this, then I don't have anything else left to teach them. And it's like, well, where does that mindset, or like continuing to produce the music, continuing to push it out. So it's like, where does that scarcity mindset get us if the goal is to get into this bigger empire, but it's just like, well, don't you have to do the same thing once you make it to this next level, or with the deal?
Well, I think the biggest thing is like scarcity. It's like, number one, most people ain't gonna, no matter how much game you give people, most people ain't gonna do nothing. Like, you can give people all the game, like most people ain't gonna do nothing.
Right.
Like most, I bet for those who LaRussell have given the game to, I bet it's very few who's actually implemented on anything.
Yeah.
Right? People will sit online and they'll watch business content. They'll quote all the big gurus. They done read all the business books. They go to all the business conference, but they'll never do anything.
Got you.
So
or they don't do it until.
Or they never do it. Most people never do it.
Wow.
Like, most people never do anything. They buy courses. They go to events. They buy the books. They get on the webinars, they watch podcasts, they do all the things, and they're just continuous information consumers.
Yeah.
Most people never produce anything. Most people, I forget, it was a stat on LinkedIn where it was talking about YouTube. And it was talking about the amount of individuals, and we can even look the stat up with one, was basically like the amount of actual YouTube channels, the amount of accounts that's on YouTube compared to the amount of people that post. And the amount of, I think it was LinkedIn as well, the amount of accounts that's on LinkedIn compared to the amount of people that produce consistently. It's very few. Compared to all the accounts on Instagram, it's very few channels that post consistently.
Yeah, that makes
Facebook,
sense.
no matter what the platform is, very few people produce. Most people consume. So it don't matter if he teach all the game and he teach exactly everything. Most people ain't gonna do it. Most people ain't gonna be as prolific.
Yeah.
Like, he's in the studio cooking up.
Yeah.
So he got a lot of data.
Yeah.
You know what
he
I'm saying?
does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Which goes back to what you was talking about with the pay what you want, his pay what you want thing. Again, Nipsey did that as well. So it's like, think about it. So now when he does this tour, he came to Atlanta.
Yep.
He can look at his data and his analytics and see how big of an audience he got in Atlanta. He was like, oh, I'm popular in Atlanta. They rock with me in Atlanta. Let me go out there and do a show.
Right.
He ain't coming to Atlanta to do a show and ain't nobody out here rocking with him.
Yeah, that's true.
But they can look at their data and their analytics. So he's like, first of all, it doesn't cost anything to produce music. So it's like, pay what you want. It don't cost me nothing to produce it. If you pay $1 for it, it ain't cost me nothing to produce it.
Right.
And then when you look at the average...
How so? Let me ask you, because it's like when we talk about streaming and putting it on the platforms, like what is the investment versus the actual producing?
Pennies. It's like, because think about it. Think about it, because you do video.
Yep.
If we take this video and we put it behind a paywall, and people were like, we're like, hey, we created this video, we broke down exactly how LaRussell did this deal, blah, 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 or whatever the topic is. Or we was like, hey, we broke down how to build a multi-million-dollar videography company. If you want to get access to it, you can go pay what you want.
Right.
What does that cost us?
A couple minutes.
We made one video.
Yeah.
And we can sell it 1,000,000 times.
Facts.
We're not pressing. Every time somebody buys something, we're not having to physically ship them something. You remember with music, at one point, it was physical.
Yeah.
So we had to send people something. Now it's just an audio file.
Yeah.
So other than the cost of him creating the song, he can sell it at scale. And most people are just giving their music away for free anyway. So he's like, if you give me $1 for it, and then it averages out, because I don't know the numbers, but I bet if he was here, and it's very few people, to be honest with you, that I would even want to interview. But if it was a short list, he'd be one of them.
I feel
right?
you.
So maybe we get LaRussell and we sit down with him, right?
Yeah.
But I guarantee, if we were to sit down with him, he'd know his average order value, right? So you're going to get some people who spend $1. You're going to get some people who spend $10. You're going to get some people who spend $3. You're going to get some people who spend $5. You're going to get some people who spend $20. His latest album, I made a post about it. I think Kyrie spent $11,000. Yep. A couple people I think spent $5,000. Yep. Right. Nipsey, when he did it, Nipsey had a CD he was selling for $100. I think Jay-Z gave him like $10,000 for like 10 of them or something like that. Right. Yep. So it's like, the numbers average out. So let's say, for example, if he say I sold 400,000 albums, or I sold 200,000 albums, or 100,000 albums, or whatever, pay whatever you want. Even from the people who spent $1 and the people who spent $1,000 or $11,000, he can look at it and be like, oh, on average, we made $30 per album.
That makes sense.
You get what I'm saying?
And it's the data.
And like you said, and he got all the data.
Yeah.
So now he knows, okay, here's where our base is. Yeah. Right? Here's where our, now let's do a tour. Because the back end, the music is front end bread. Right. That's just front end. Right. We're not even thinking about merch. We're not thinking about shows. We're not thinking about all the other things. Now I was looking at this thing he got a membership. Okay. Where people can pay and join a membership. Right. But it's like the data is where the money is. So now if he goes sit down in Roc Nation and he like, we got 500,000 people. We've sold 500,000 albums, just for example. Bro, this is 500,000 customers. This is 500,000 at least data points. Right. Data is where the money. Data is in the money. Like ChatGPT. ChatGPT is in the data game. We're gonna be able to buy ads on ChatGPT soon because they're gonna be able to be like the average time on site. This is why it affirms you so much because it wants you to stay on there. So they're gonna be like, we have the average visitor on our thing. People spend this amount of time on ChatGPT. Right. This is why you should buy ads for it. So now he can be like, listen, we got 500,000 data points. Yeezy did the same thing when he did the ad on Super Bowl. Okay. Yep. And he was like, go to Yeezy.com. Yep. He got all the data. Yeah. He made a lot of money, but he was like, even the people who went to the site but didn't buy, he still got the data. Yeah. You're probably like, whoa, Marquel, slow down. If you're enjoying the show so far, you may be wondering, how do you actually become a guest? Now, this isn't a platform where anybody can just get on. You gotta be in a specific area of your business where we can really do a solid deep dive. If you wanna be a guest on an upcoming episode, all you gotta do is go to strategicscaleguest.com. strategicscaleguest.com. There is an application process, so go over there, answer a couple simple questions, watch the quick video that I have there, answer a couple questions, and if you meet the criteria, our team will reach out to you and we'll get it scheduled and we can figure out if you're gonna come to our office where we do a deep dive or we come to your office. So go ahead, strategicscaleguest.com. scaleguests.com. Let's get back into the show.
Data is huge, and
Media and data is the game.
right. So I was just gonna ask, how do we correlate those two? If we were making this practical, what does it look like to become a data collector and utilize that to have a thriving business?
So the first thing is every business owner need to understand whether you're doing music, whether you're doing coaching, whether you're doing videography, whether you're doing whatever it is, right? You're a media company first. Everybody's in the media business. With this phone, like you're a media business. You're a media company. Right. So you got to understand that I have a media company first. Right. Founder, media first. That's when people trying to hide behind logos and all that. That stuff is dead. Yeah. That's why you got these companies, they go out and they do partnerships with these big brands because they know personality-driven brands crush it over a logo-driven brand. So number one, you're a media company first and foremost. Got you. That's number one. So now as you're creating this content from a media standpoint, people who are viewing your videos, people who are engaging with your videos, you're literally getting data. Yes. Every time you upload, people, when they run ads, I tell people all the time, you don't run ads for sales, you run ads to get data. And then you make decisions based on the data, and the data is gonna drive decisions, right? Which then drives, the revenue. But it's like, when you're creating this content, now you can look at your analytics. Now you can literally see, okay, what percentage of my audience are women? What percentage of my audience are men? What age range? A lot of platforms, you can go, like YouTube, Instagram, you can literally go in there and it's giving you this data. Information for sure. So now you can make decisions based on it. Now, a big mistake that a lot of business owners make, which I think we're gonna do another video about the Netflix thing, is that they're not taking people from these platforms onto a platform that they own. Because you don't own social media. Right? So the beautiful thing is, let's say, for example, God forbid, Instagram takes LaRussel's Instagram account today. 2 million people. Cool. Done. Might sting a little bit, but he has a database of 400,000 plus customers. Right. So now you can be like, hey, we just launched this new platform, or we on TikTok now, or we here, come join us over here. Or we just gonna do text message, or we just gonna do whatever, because it's like now we have actual data that we own. Because he's taking people from there. But a lot of business owners, they create content on social with no call to action. So they're not taking people anywhere. They're not building the email list. They're not building the text list. They're not building the newsletter. They're not building the actual asset that they own. LaRussell got that because he's taking people, here's my content, here's how you go deeper with me. Based on this data, now let's do a tour. This dude live in California. He's just out in Atlanta guessing.
No facts.
He already knew that he got a base out here. And he was like, and we're gonna do some cool price range strategy, and then we're gonna sell it out. And he was like, then we're gonna go to here. But it was like, they're not guessing. They're not like, well, we think they in Atlanta rocking with us. No, they're looking at the analytics.
That makes sense. So when you're doing an event, how do you go about utilizing the data that you have to best pick the time, date, location, and all that good stuff?
So with us, we're doing events in Atlanta.
Right.
So, cause it's like, logistically, and this is where we're at this point. So who knows, we'll do tours at some point maybe. But right now, logistically, it's just easier for us to do it in Atlanta because we're based in Atlanta. Right. So it's like if we got to travel and take stuff, and it just costs more. So then we got to offset that cost to people who are attending the event. For sure. If you just come to Atlanta, we can keep it as light as possible, and then you can come down.
Understood.
Does that make sense?
It does. And when we think about, because you mentioned the media, you mentioned, were you done with that process? Because I think the process was phenomenal when we talked about media collecting
so
data.
It's like media. So it's media, right? And then from media, you get people with your media. So it's like when we talk about the client attraction flywheel, if we should framework this, it's like the first C in the client attraction flywheel is captivate. This is where you get and keep attention. You do that through media. And then the second part is capture. So now you take somebody from getting and keeping their attention to now capturing their data. This is where they give you permission to market to them. Right. So they give you their name, their email, phone number for a lead magnet, or they buy something, or they register for an event, or something like that. They've raised their hand and said yes. Right. Or they commented in your Instagram thing, and now you got on your email list, whatever. You moved them and you captured their information. So now you can market to them a different type of way, using an asset that you own. Because like if you was to go build a company and you were to go sell your company, most likely you wouldn't get your following on Instagram wouldn't add a ton of enterprise value Because Instagram can go away anytime.
Right.
But if you have an email list and you're like, we got 1 million people on our email list and we got an average 40% open rate, it's like, okay, this is some enterprise value.
Right.
And some people will say, well, email is dead. People don't check their emails. That's BS.
Yeah.
Because like if you go to Netflix right now to create an account, the first thing Netflix is going to ask you for is an email.
Right.
You can't get into your iPhone
Without your
email.
Yeah.
Your Apple ID is an email.
It is.
You get what I'm saying? This is the biggest company. This Apple, the biggest company in the world, $3 trillion. $3 trillion. Mm-hmm. You can't get into that joint. Android as well. You got to have your Android. I forget what they call it, but it's like you gotta be able to. It's with an email.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. So it's like that is data.
Yeah.
Right. So now you capture, and then the third C is you cultivate. So now with that what's the name? With this data you now have, you're cultivating the relationship with this audience.
Yeah.
So you're sending out emails, you're doing pop-up shops, you're doing shows like LaRussell. You're cultivating this relationship. So now he has a rabid audience.
Right.
He don't even need millions of people that show up to his shows. Right? We got a solid core.
Yeah.
Right? I think it was this one day one time who did this article called 1,000 True Fans. It's like, what could you do with 1,000 true fans who always show up, who always buy when you drop something every single time?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now you got capture. So now you got cultivate. And then when you cultivate, then you got the fourth C is close. So it's like this is people closing themselves on why they should buy from you, not you having to close them. Because you've developed so much relationship and they rocking with you. They like, I gotta go pull up to see what LaRussell got going on. So now he has enterprise value. So now when you go sit down with a Roc Nation and Jay-Z, they're like, oh, my man has actually built something because the music game has changed now. It's like back in the day they used to sign the artists and they used to do artist development. And they used to develop. They don't do artist development no more.
Got you.
They already take an artist who already popping.
Got you. Yep.
He's like, he already popping. He already got some swag. He got a proven swag because he got a big audience.
For sure.
We're just gonna plug him into our machine.
Yep. And in that regard, plugging it into the machine, what does that look like? Because I even think about it right now, like I don't hear him on radio. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's been on radio.
Well, he's going on radio.
Now, yeah.
That's part of the machine.
For sure. So could you list or name some of the things that you see plugging into this machine? Like where do you see or project where he is now versus where he's going now being locked in?
So radio, he just did Super Bowl.
He did.
He did the tailgate at the Super Bowl.
Right.
That's the machine, bro.
That is, yeah.
Like,
and heard Jay didn't even know about it because like the Super Bowl NFL versus like Super Bowl what they were doing versus the NFL reaching out to him. He said that they were separate. Like Jay found out about that later.
Well, probably right around because you know
sure.
Jay-Z is part of the music side at the Super Bowl.
Right.
So it's all like
intertwined.
Yeah,
right.
And it's like they already been having conversations. So it's like right up the gate on the radio. like when it comes to plugging into the machine, because like a lot of times people talk about other people's money, OPM, right? Something that's even more valuable or just as valuable is OPA, other people's assets and other people's resources. Who ain't gonna pick up Jay-Z call?
No facts. Yeah.
Who ain't? Who ain't gonna pick up like whoever's running things at Roc Nation? Who ain't gonna pick up their call? Like it ain't nothing he can't access.
Yeah. At this point.
And he maintain ownership while doing it. If we just look around, like you can do this on your own, but now you get access to a larger distribution.
That makes sense. And seeing that this is where it's going now, this is top of 2026. And you already mentioned a little bit of it, where can you see, I guess, the milestones that he's like made with his audience? You talked about the data collection and everything like that. How do you think that that's going to be turned up by being plugged into the machine? We just talked about that. But how do you think it's going to be multiplied? And like, where do you think you'll see him like next quarter, summertime? You know what I'm saying? How do you think that's going to help him?
I think it's really going to just accelerate because I don't really, again, I haven't sat down with him to really know like his overall vision. But I think it's just going to be able to accelerate what he's looking to do.
Yeah.
Because like at this point, at some level, he don't even know what questions to ask.
Right. So that mentorship. So that's the other aspect
Yeah.
of like being able to have access, because he didn't surpass some of the people that been doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And he was already plugged in. He already had a video with Marshawn Lynch.
Yep.
He already had a song with E40.
Yeah.
We was talking about the stuff he did with Miles Minnick. So he was already doing his thing. So this ain't somebody who's a nobody.
Right.
Right. He was already doing his thing. Mm-hmm. However, there's levels where you don't know what questions to ask.
That's real. That's real. That's good.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like being able to be plugged into that, it's game changing.
Yeah. So the one thing that I did want to go ahead and ask is, like, for those that, for the business owners and those that are watching, how do we go ahead and make sure that we can apply this within our business? Even with the client traction flywheel, which was like really pivotal, but even from a lower standpoint, the consistency in posting, understanding that you have a media company, no matter what type of business that you have, like what are some other tips that you have to go ahead and make sure that these are foundational pieces to go ahead and develop the catalog, the business, or the notoriety that you want to have?
I would say number one, you got to be creating content regularly. You got to be producing content every day.
Yeah, every day.
100%.
Feel that.
And the beautiful thing is, like, it don't got to be flashy.
Yeah.
It could be your phone.
Yeah.
But doing it consistently. Like, if you, like, content daily, consistently on, and you don't got to be on all the platforms. So you want to be strategically present on some and strategically absent on some. But you want to be creating content every day.
Yep.
And then you want to be giving them an opportunity to go deeper with you. Depending on your business model, that might be buying your product, that might be, going to your event, that might be registering for a boot camp or whatever. But you want to be giving them an opportunity to go deeper with you.
Yeah.
But you got to be doing, very simply, I'll be creating content, strategic content consistently to add value. Because again, that's the media side of things.
I feel that. I appreciate it, my guy. I think that was a great breakdown. And we got some more. We probably have some of those pieces, the CDs that you have. We got to get some of that and make sure we
100%.
flash that across this episode.
For sure.
And some old content that you
100%. 100%.
So, but I appreciate you. I appreciate
sure.
you breaking it down.
For sure.
Yes, sir.
Hey, congratulations on making it to the end of the episode. If you enjoyed this episode, you definitely want to check out the next episode that we got, probably popping up on the screen right here somewhere. And also make sure you subscribe to this show, and also check in the description section. We got a ton of resources for you to actually implement a lot of the strategies and insights when we talk about building a business that can actually run without you. Go ahead and do that right now, and we'll see you in the next episode.